The internet has been recently thrown into shock when some news of Lizzo's former dancers coming forward to expose her for being a hypocrite and a bully, but she is now coming out to deny these allegations.
I'm putting so much loving energy into the world. Sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back.
Y'all, she is claiming that the dancers are lying because they're trying to get some money out of her, and the allegations are purely false. So what on earth is going on, and who's capping on who?
Not Lizzo! And not it being confirmed by her former creative director. Lizzo has been sued by 3 of her former dancers for alleged sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment.
So the internet has been in shambles since Lizzo got exposed by her dancers on accusations of being a bully and something of a hypocrite. Now, when I say she got exposed, I'm not talking about her getting dragged or called out on social media, because these dancers actually did not come to play. They skipped the whole social media shenanigans and jumped right into suing her. Talk about putting your money where your mouth is. Now, if you're wondering why the internet is all up in arms about a personal issue between Lizzo and her dancers, well, it's because it's not just a personal issue, since it paints Lizzo as the bad guy. Since she first started her career, Lizzo has been constantly fat shamed and ridiculed on social media because of her body and her weight. There are always people who have a whole lot to say about her, and the comments aren't very nice. So if there's one person who knows firsthand how it feels to be a victim of fat phobia, it's Lizzo. She never hides how badly the comments make her feel when she sees them, because she chooses to be open with her fans.
I'm putting so much loving energy into the world. Sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back.
But as a result of all the shaming she got, she became something of an advocate for her body positivity. She told women to love their bodies no matter what size they are, and blah blah blah. She even claimed that the reason she was so vocal about body shaming image issues is that she wanted to be a source of inspiration to bigger women who get shamed for their bodies.
I'm doing this shit for the big black women in the future who just want to live their lives without being scrutinized or put into boxes. I'm not gonna do what y'all want me to do ever. So get used to it.
And as a result of all this, a lot of people saw her as a hero for plus-size women, which is why it was shocking to find out that it was all a sham. Because let the dancers tell it, she is not at all in real life what she pretends to be on social media. Her entire public image is centered around being a positive person, so to find out that this could all be fake has been a lot to unpack. Now, I know that a lot of celebrities pretend on social media because, well, they need to be in good graces for the fans, so they pretend to be good people even though they are complete a-holes in real life. Yeah, we all know and expect this out of celebrities, but this Lizzo situation was still unexpected because she was part of the marginalized group she claimed to be fighting for. So what exactly did her dancers expose her for? Well, according to the court documents, the lawsuit was jointly brought against Lizzo by 3 of her former dancers, Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noelle Rodriguez. It would be easy to assume that the 3 women would be mad because they got fired, but that's not the case at all. In their lawsuit, they claimed that they had allegedly been subjected to sexual, religious, and racial harassment, disability discrimination, assault, and false imprisonment by Lizzo. Excuse me, what? Well, the women claimed that Lizzo was something of a dictator, and she often forced them to go against their wishes to do what she wanted, even if it wasn't relative to their dance or choreography. The lawsuit listed an instance where Lizzo took them to an adult nude bar and made them do things that they weren't comfortable with. The woman claimed that Lizzo didn't even tell them that they were going to a place like that, and they would have declined if they had known. The lawsuit went further to say that the main event of the night was a club called Banana Bar, where patrons are allowed to interact with completely nude performers. While at Banana Bar, things quickly got out of hand. Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching adult toys launched from the performers' privates, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' privates. Yeah, y'all, that's a little bit weird and very messed up. One of the dancers, Ariana Davis, also revealed that Lizzo forced her to touch one of the nude dancers even after she repeatedly said that she didn't want to. Ariana claims that Lizzo didn't listen to her protests and insisted that Ariana touch the nude dancer, hinting that Ariana would get fired if she didn't comply. She didn't want to lose her place on the dance team, so she had no choice but to comply with Lizzo's wishes. Now, this has all been very bad so far, but the worst part is yet to come. According to Ariana, Lizzo also subjected her to an insane amount of fat shaming, and that is absolutely foul because, like I said, she has been a victim of fat shaming and knows how it hurts, and so why on earth would she do the same thing to someone else? Plus, what is this whole thing about her needing to be an advocate? Yeah, if this is true, it's giving hypocrite. Ariana claimed that Lizzo fat shamed her on more than one occasion. Lizzo allegedly called out Ariana in front of the other dancers, shaming her for putting on a couple of pounds and bashing her for not being committed to her job because of her weight gain. The lawsuit also stated that Lizzo's questions about Miss Davis's commitment to the tour were thinly veiled concerns about Miss Davis's weight gain, which Lizzo had previously called attention to. Although Lizzo never explicitly stated it, these questions accompanied by Lizzo's statements gave Miss Davis the impression that she needed to explain her weight gain and disclose intimate personal details about her life in order to keep her job. Yeah, this is very disturbing, but that's still not all of it. The lawsuit also revealed that Lizzo was some type of a dictator and she hated whenever people stood up to her, and that's what got Ariana fired. Lizzo was berating the dancers for drinking before performances, and Ariana spoke up to deny the accusations, which made Lizzo mad. She didn't like being stood up to, and Ariana got fired a week later. They told her that it was because of budget cuts, but she could see through the BS and she knew that it was all a result of her standing up to Lizzo. The other dancers involved in the lawsuit claimed that Lizzo's management company often talked down to her dancers and berated them. And get this, the only members of her team that got treated this way were the black plus-size women on the team, which is ironic considering that Lizzo is also black and plus-size. Now, before y'all go thinking that these women were hating, more and more people who have worked with Lizzo in the past are now speaking up in support of the lawsuit. Her former creative director said, "For clarification, I'm not part of the lawsuit, but this was very much my experience in my time there." Big shout out to the dancers who had the courage to bring this to light. And one of her former dancers added to this saying, "I haven't been a part of that world for 3 years for a reason. I very much applaud the dancers' courage to bring this to light, and I grieve parts of my own experience." But it got even worse when filmmaker Sophia Allison also revealed that she stepped down as director for Lizzo's documentary for this very reason. She said, "In 2019, I traveled a bit with Lizzo to be the director of her documentary. I walked away after about 2 weeks. I was treated with such disrespect by her. I witnessed how arrogant, self-centered, and unkind she is. My spirit said to run as fast as you can, and I'm so grateful it trusted my gut. I felt gaslit and was deeply hurt, but I've healed." This kind of abuse of power happens far too often. Now, this is very bad PR for Lizzo, and she is not here for her dancers speaking on her and exposing her like this. According to an insider, Lizzo is furious at the situation and has been telling people around her that the three women are lying on her good name. She believes that she treats her dancers and workers fairly and that the lawsuits have no ground. The insider also added that Lizzo believes that the lawsuit is frivolous and a cash grab by the women because they're trying to milk Lizzo and get some money out of her. But she is speaking with her lawyers and is determined to fight the case to the end. But in the meantime, her social rep is taking a very big hit because fans have been dragging her for filth. There have been lots of comments saying things like, actually hate Lizzo so much. Building your whole brand on being a positive person who loves to uplift others while abusing people who work for and with you is a different kind of evil. Lizzo weight shaming is crazy, not because she's fat, although of the irony, but because her whole dang career is based on her embracing her body and the love towards your body and all. Then she does this? Lord. And I really try not to idolize celebrities because anyone can be a horrible person, but Lizzo really has knocked the wind out of me as someone who has gone out of their way to be perceived as a safe space and an advocate for all people. It's insane how two-faced someone can be. But honestly, I just want to know what y'all think about this, and to find out whose side are y'all on. Do you believe that Lizzo is a hypocrite and a bad boss? Or do you think that the dancers are just trying to finesse her for some money? Drop your thoughts in comments below and then check out this next video.